Hello everyone! This is the end of my personal New Year's Finish It Challenge, where I did not finish old abandoned artwork. I did not finish old videos, but I did, for the most part, finished up a project that I've wanted to do for over a year. So that's something. Now, there's a couple things I want to go over in this video, and I just want to get the whole Finish It Challenge garbage out of the way. So, the whole point of me doing this little personal challenge I set for myself was that I really haven't been drawing for the past, 2 months. I think the last drawings I did were in Inktober. And Inktober was a really big success for me. I actually finished all 31 days, but I only had 30 drawings because one drawing took 2 days. But I did draw all 31 days and I have stuff to show for it, so that went really well for me. So I thought, why not make my own little challenge at the beginning of the new year to get my ass in gear and actually start, making stuff and getting a lot of stuff done that I set aside for like months. Some of them were set aside for years. But unfortunately, I didn't do all the things I wanted to do. Now, granted, you all wouldn't know that because you all don't have the list of stuff I needed to do or that I wanted to do. So you wouldn't know that I failed my own little personal challenge if I didn't tell you, but I just told you, so you know now. Yeah, I knew. And it's a little embarrassing, a little ashamed that I set this little challenge for me and I didn't do what I wanted to. And it's a little disheartening. Really disheartening, actually. Like, I have all the stuff, just looking at the calendar with all the stuff I wanted to do, and I only did like maybe 30% of the stuff on the list that I wanted to do. Granted, I should probably know better since I'm very lazy. I never get anything done. But I thought, with making this little challenge, that'll be more than enough motivation to get a lot of stuff done that I've just let go for so long. But unfortunately, that's not how it went. And I'm kinda wish I never even did this little challenge, because old bad habits of mine that apparently haven't gone away, my inability to follow through with things and actually finish what I started. I mean, that was the whole point of doing this little challenge, was to actually finish stuff that I started, but didn't go that way. It's just the same old with me here. Unfortunately. Anyway, before this video gets super depressing, I guess I'll talk about briefly the stuff that I did accomplish. And then I'll actually start talking about this lovely drawing right here. So for the stuff I actually did during my little personal challenge, I did finish up a few old videos that of older artwork that I kind of just left in my video editor and never finished up. I think 1, 2, 3, 3 of the 6 or 3 of 7. I don't even remember at this point. But I finished up at least half of the old videos that I wanted to finish up, so at least that's something. I mean, there was Charizard, the Game of Grumps one, and the Jack Skellington one. I think that was it for those. So I did that at least. And then the biggest part of my Finish It challenge, which I didn't think would take up as much time as it did, was my little art tour, which ended up being a a lot bigger than I planned. I only expected it to be like 3 videos. It ended up being like almost, God, 10? How many videos of it are done now? Gosh, I don't even know, but I've done so many videos for it, and I have about at least 2 more to do. I kind of wanted to get them done before the end of the month, but I figured I kind of just wanted to cap off this month with this video, and I'll just upload the next 2, maybe 3 last parts of the art tour throughout the week. But yeah, I've wanted to do the art tour for about a year now. I actually started recording it last year in March, and then something weird happened with the recording, and it's just a big pain in the ass to edit, and then I just gave up on it, and I haven't tried to re-record it until well, this month of this year. So it's been almost a year since I tried to do the art tour, and surprisingly I've almost gone over all of the artwork I wanted to go over, and that's like 15 years of artwork I wanted to go over. That's apparently a lot more than I thought, because what I thought would be only 3 videos ended up being 10, maybe more than 10, I'm not sure exactly. And there was a lot more work put into those than I thought I would need to put into them, and that ended up eating a good chunk of my time. Granted, not all of my time. It's no excuse for not doing the artwork that I wanted to do as well, because there were some days where I didn't do anything, so I could have used those days to, you know, make some artwork. Or it's not like the drawings weren't done. The drawings were done. All I had to do was either color them, paint them, or all that stuff. So granted, the art tour did take more of my time, but no excuse for not finishing up at least the other art I wanted to do. But now I'll talk about the only artwork that I actually finished this month, which is this lovely little piece we're seeing right here. It is a Nightmind fan art, and if you don't know what Nightmind is a YouTube channel that's run by Nick Nocturne, the shape-shifting cute little kitty cat. And he covers the darker side of YouTube and the internet by doing in-depth analysis on web series and creepypastas. He also has a very lovely voice. It's a lot better than my nasally screeching voice. So if you haven't checked Nightmind out and you don't know who he is, you probably should go do that. In fact, just stop watching my video and go check him out right now. Be a better use of your time. But all totally not joking aside, I'll talk about my actual drawing now. First things first, I was terrified about starting this, as I am with all drawings. Mainly because I didn't know how I wanted to go about this. I didn't feel confident in my abilities to actually make what I wanted. Hooray! So it took me days to actually build up the courage to finally color this, and I know it sounds pathetic because it is. Haha. So I did start with the arms first, as you saw towards the beginning of the video. I figured that'd be the safest part to start. So I fiddled around with the arms, and I'm like, oh, I think I did like 1 arm in one night, and I'm like, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Maybe this drawing will be okay. So after I exerted all of my energy on doing 1 arm, I stopped. Unfortunately, the day after I started coloring it again. I think this one only took me 3 days? 3 or 4 days to finish up. And for the most part, I kind of like this one. There are a few things I don't particularly care for. Specifically the gel pen I do on it later. We'll see that. Probably in a few minutes. But for the most part, I did like this, even though I was kind of just winging it the whole time and had no idea what I was doing. And I'm just like, this might look good. I'll do that. What colors I'm gonna use? What colors will I use? And I just sit there and look at my colors for a good 5 minutes, and I'm like, I think these will look good together, I'll do that. So the whole time I was kind of, well, not the entire time, but there was little panic moments here and there where I'm like, oh no, am I gonna mess this up? Is it gonna look like shit? Oh no! But I panicked for no reason for the most part, because it came out pretty alright. Like I said, there are a few things I'm just kind of like, eh. Like the glow around the ghostly pinkish arms. I'm just kind of like, I don't know about that. Like I said, the gel pen that I put on later, I think I overdid it a little bit for that. I was like after I finished up all the gel pen, I was like, oh, that's a little much. And also, I was doing this drawing, my one of my black markers died, and I was like, oh. Fortunately, I have 2 extra ones, but still. I was like, oh, well. I still used it, though. I'm gonna use it for all it's worth. I will get every last bit of ink out of that marker. Now, for the eyes, I was little for them. I like the green ones, but I think the pink eyes kind of blend in with the rest of his face too much, so I wasn't sure about that. I was thinking about making them purple, but I'm like, that probably wouldn't even work either. So I just stuck with the pink. And since they're markers, I can't really go back and redo it as purple anyway. So, Pink I'm just gonna have to deal with. Maybe they look better with purple eyes, but I'll never know. You saw for a brief moment that I was using colored pencils. I like doing finishing touches and details with colored pencils, but it's a little bit harder to do on the smooth Bristol board that I'm using, because it doesn't have enough tooth or grain in the paper for the colored pencils to catch, so I could only like do like a layer. Maybe not even a whole layer of colored pencils with the smooth Bristol board. I'm gonna try using vellum Bristol board that has a slight texture to it, and combine that with the markers and the colored pencils and see if that works a little bit better. So I can actually add a little more details at the end with colored pencils and not be angry the entire time I'm trying to do it because I can barely get a layer on. Oh, and here's the gel pen I was talking about. Oh boy. Now, for the most part, the gel pen around the ghostly arms it's good, but then I did the lines going across the whole thing, and I'm like, that's too much, but it's too late now, can't do anything about that. And well, there he is. Nightmind's all done. So hopefully you liked this video. I know the first part was kind of somber. I pretty much knew it would be, because I failed my own little challenge. But at least I got a nice artwork at the end of it. So, have a good day. Like, comment, and subscribe, or don't. Whatever. See you around. Bye-bye.